Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube video. Today we are going to learn about Kubernetes architectures. We in the last few videos we have talked about the benefits and the components and the features of the Kubernetes, all those parts. So coming to the next part, if anyone has not watched the video, please go and watch. I will provide the link in the description section. And further, this is one of the important things like how Kubernetes works and what all the components it's are. So as you are seeing in the diagram, like we have certain control planes. Okay, yeah, so we have control plane also known as master node. Okay, and this is the worker nodes, like we have multiple worker nodes, and this master nodes certainly manages multiple worker nodes. So let me quickly go you step by step approach and what all the things we have, what all the things are. Okay, so first of all understand, so as I have talked, we have two things. We have master nodes, okay, and another things, that is we have worker nodes. Okay, worker node. So coming to the master node, why we are using worker and node master node? Because there is a one master who manages multiple worker nodes. Like in the Kubernetes, I have talked about the ports. Like these are our multiple ports. Okay. So in the ports, what happens if certain goes down, it automatically launches another port for us. So like this only the Kubernetes work. We have a master which handles multiple our worker nodes, and in that particular worker nodes, we have certain services which have with certain components in this both. We are going to see step by step and what all the services and what all the things I have. Okay, so talking to the first of all the master node. Okay, so in the master node, first we have, that is API server. Okay, first is API server. It what is do, it acts as an entry point of the Kubernetes cluster. Like what's happened in the above diagram, if we are showing like we any one client or an UI user face is coming, so this acts as an entry point. Like it will contain as a API server acts as an entry point, like act as an entry point for the administrative tasks and the internal communication between within the cluster. If you want to talk with anyone, anything to be done here, so API server helps in, like it also helps in validating and process requests, like we have get request, post request, like this. Okay, and then updates the corresponding objects into the cluster. Like suppose we are getting requests, and also it's updates in the corresponding object. So in the master plane, or we can say cluster plane, acts as the entry point. Okay, first thing is there. Then if we are talking about the scheduler, okay, it's nothing, it's a control scheduler. What does the control scheduler do? Control scheduler generally it's help into the managing the controller that regulates the states of the system. Suppose like keep tracks of what happening in the cluster, like what the cluster is doing, what all the things the cluster is been managing. So all those management and the control part, okay, scheduling part is done by the scheduler. So if I talk about in other terms, and if so, like suppose example, if include the, we have a replica controller which ensures that the number of specific replicas for the sets of port we define as a RC replica controller. We have a replica set, we have deployment. So we provide with a certain controller. It's a controller manager. Okay, the work it's of the, I'm talking, it's a controller manager. It's helpful to managing and controller the regular states of the system part. Okay, it's also helps into the like ensure, like keeps tracks of what's happening into the cluster, all those part. Okay, so I was just talking about the control manager, and if I talk about the scheduler part, so scheduler ensures the port replacement. What's happened, like it's assign new, it is assign nodes to every newly created ports, and based on resources requirement policies and other concerns, like helping scheduling part, we have different schedule requires all these things work. So we have API server done, we have scheduler done, we have control manager done, and what last comes with the etcd. Etcd nothing but it helps into storing the key value pair. Okay, if you want to store key value pair, so here etcd helps in this, etcd helps in. Okay, so like it helps into the storing the key, stores the configuration data of cluster representing the desired state of the system also. And the Kubernetes backup store, if you want to store the backup etcd is also helping. So we have seen this four parts. First of all, in the control plane we have API server which acts as an entry point of a Kubernetes cluster. Okay, then second comes under the scheduler part. What does it do? It ensures the port replacement. Alright, then come third, we have control manager that's helping keep tracking of what's happening into the cluster. Okay, like it's helping to manager. We have a manager control manager, what does the manager do? Helps him to control like is this project working fine, is this things working fine. So managing all those part into a particular cluster, the master node, okay, or the control panel, and etcd for the backup storage part. So coming to the coming towards the now worker node. Okay, like we have seen about those thing into the, now we are going to talk about the worker nodes, what all the worker nodes and what all the components we have. So we are saying like kubelet. First of all, let's talk about the kubelet. So it's generally responsible for communication between the master nodes and the worker nodes we have. Like this is the worker nodes we have, okay, this I show worker nodes we have, and this I have shown your master node we have, control plane. So to communicate between each other, we have kubelet for it, okay, to manage all this particular part. And it also ensures the containers are running in ports and report back to the master on the port status if certain ports are running, okay, this certain ports are running. And it's also ensured that this should be known by the master node, like this ports are running. So this is the communication helps in communication establishment part. Then coming to the coming towards second, that is kube proxy. Kube proxy is nothing like we have a proxy works on the maintains the network rules on the nodes, like what allowing communication between different ports across cluster. If you want this particular port should connect with this particular port, this should not connect with this to this. So this all things is done by the kube proxy. We have kube proxy in the worker node, this all manages part. And third, that is the container runtime, or we can say, yeah, all are the containers, and we have ports, we can say ports also. So container runtime, it's generally a software responsible for running the containers such as Docker, okay, like this is the Docker running. So helps in responsible for launching the containers part. Alright, so coming to forward, then we have one more thing, like we have pods. Pods are nothing, that is a term, it's come for the Kubernetes, KTS. Okay, ports are talking to the Kubernetes. And if I talk about a container, so same container we say into the Docker. This is the differential part. Okay, so pods are these are the smallest deployable units on the Kubernetes. Okay, like we launch different pods, and container within pods share the same network space, allowing them to communicate with each other. Like we have pods running. If you want to check, suppose if you want to check, let me quickly here. If you want to check running pod kubectl get pods. Okay, so as we hit enter, we get the different pods, what all the pods are running. And it's only right now only one pod is running, that is Kafka. My Kafka pod is running right now. Okay, so it's helping into the communication part. If you want to go inside that particular pod, we'll see into the upcoming videos how we can go, but right now I'm just showing with the practical demos and all those parts. Okay, so coming to the coming towards next, we have replica set. Replica set is nothing but a specific number of ports are running at a time. Like we have certain amounts of ports running, we have 5 ports running, we have 4 ports running. So these are nothing but these are generally a replica set. Okay, this is a replica set. So it ensures a specific number of ports replicas are running at particular time. If the actual number divides from the desired state, the replicas are automatically adjust this part. Okay, so let me quickly explain you like what's happening. Like if this 3 replica sets are working, and certainly if this particular goes down, so it will automatically launch one more port for you. So this is the work of the replica set for launching and working all those part. So next we have fifth, that is okay, now let me talk. We have deployment. Okay, we are talking about the fifth, that is deployment. Deployment is nothing, it's just a scalable or a set of pods. It's provide declarative updates to the application, allowing user to describe the desired state. Okay, so if you want to check kubectl, there is a command to check deployment, kubectl get deployment. So as you hit enter, you will get a deployment, what all the deployments are running in my current states. Only this deployment is, and it's ready and we are available to work. So this is these are the some few architecture components which generally have. But if certain company asks or in the interview asks, you just need to explain this both like control plane and all the features like API server, scheduler, control manager, etc that we have in the worker notes. All this we need to explain, and you can also explain about the replica side. You can also explain about the deployment side. You can also explain about the pod, and some few more we are going to see into the upcoming videos, and more about architectures and those particular parts like the services, config maps, secrets, namespace, ingress, and volume. So all this we are going to see into the upcoming videos. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any quick query, you can ask me in the comment section, and please like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Alright guys, thank you so much.